So H-Town is the first stop on a 7,800-mile road trip to raise awareness for men's health issues. We have Gabe Canales here with the advocacy group Blue Cure joining us this morning to talk about the journey he's about to start later this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yes, this is going to be a long journey happening in a few hours.
It's going to be worth it, though.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
You know, according to the Cleveland Clinic, only 3 in 5 men get an annual checkup, and 60% of all men do not go to the doctor when they fear a serious medical condition. I know, having run Blue Cure for over 8 years, that men don't like to talk about their health issues. You know, and men's health is mental health, men's health is heart health, it's prostate health, it's sexual health. It's issues that men feel like they lose their masculinity when they talk about these issues, and they just have a fear of knowing. So I want to destigmatize some of these issues and really get guys going to the doctor, getting an annual checkup, and being more open about some of these issues. It's important. 3.5 times as many men commit suicide, and you've got other issues that men just need to really confront, and I want to help them get there.
Yeah, and that's amazing. And you actually have your personal journey as well.
Yeah.
If you could talk a little bit about that, which has kind of spearheaded all this.
Yeah, so I've lived with prostate cancer for 9 years. I was diagnosed at age 35, and you know, I've spoken to men all across the country. I was diagnosed at a much younger age than when men are supposed to even get screened. So I know I see guys that are dealing with all types of health issues at a much younger age. And so that's why it's important for guys to get out in front of it and to realize it can also happen to them.
Yeah, that's so awesome you're doing that. And we actually have a map of the road trip. I say road trip. It's a cross-country trip that you'll be taking. And so while you'll be going to all these places, what are you going to do?
I'll be meeting with everyday guys across the country. I'll be interviewing them. I'll be interviewing with policymakers, with thought leaders. I want to discover some things that maybe I haven't even discovered before and share that with the community that I'll be reaching across the country. I'll also be pointing to local resources in the community, whether you're uninsured or there might be some other great nonprofits locally that can benefit guys.
Yeah, that's great. And I also want to give a shout out to your best friend that's going to be accompanying you on this trip, and we have a picture of him with you here. So how are you getting him prepped?
He's excited. Yeah, you know, my buddy Sparky, he recently lost his dog brother of 15 years, so I couldn't leave him here for 7 weeks, and I thought it'd be good to take him along, and I think he'll be ready for the journey.
That's very cool. And so you have your website, and we can go on that anytime, and we'll actually link it to our website as well.
Follow me on the journey and email me. Let me know where, you know, your thoughts on what we're doing. If you have any questions, I'll be answering them. Yeah,
that's great, especially with Men's Health Month being this month. And also, we're talking about obesity. I was looking at the statistics, 3 in 4 men.
3 in 4 guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
wow.
I'm going to see my dad in San Antonio tomorrow. My dad will do a video. My dad had a stroke about a year ago, and he struggles every single day with the challenges of losing weight and eating healthier. And, you know, behavior modification, it's small steps. Small steps lead to bigger changes, and those bigger changes will lead to better health. But it starts with just taking one bite for better health. Yeah. And my dad does, you know, I recently spoke to him about that. Why is it so hard for you to just have one green salad a day? Just to add that. I'm not pointing a finger saying no, no, no with foods to remove. But he just said, look, that's how I grew up. I love having, you know, this type of fatty food. Right. I mean, he's open about it, but he also tells me every day he doesn't want to die. Yeah. And that's the challenge that we're confronting as a society. I was with the mayor yesterday, and he told me he sees it too. I mean, a lot of people just have a hard time giving these things up. Yeah. And so that's the conversation I want to have with everyday Americans all across this country.
That's amazing. And it's so nice to know that there's other people out there kind of battling the same thing, and that you're in it with a lot of people. Thank you so much, and good luck on this 7,800-mile journey, and going to be changing a bunch of lives as well. So we'll be following that. Hey, Sally.